Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Romani. And if you're also new here, then you don't know, but I'm a yoga instructor and I'm a personal trainer, but I have not been acting like one this summer. I have actually lost my mind this summer. Typically, I'm on a pretty strict regimen about what I eat and what I do, and I'm just like this health and wellness girly, and I just feel like summer 2025 was not giving that at all. I literally had everything that you can think of, from a fried avocado to like some other things that I can't even think of. And the people in my life know that I have a really big sweet tooth. I love all things donuts, cupcakes, cookies, but I'm not even mad about how I acted this summer because I really just wanted to let myself enjoy summer. Since I am such a type A person, I always try to have regimens and I always want to be on this strict schedule, and I have like all of these notes in my phone about rules that I'm gonna follow when it comes to eating healthy and working out, and I love doing all of those things. But this summer I told myself, Romani, it is really okay to just let yourself enjoy life. Like, you can eat the things that you want to eat in moderation, even though I definitely did not eat things in moderation. I indulged, but I told myself it was okay to have fun. But fun's over. It's September 1st and I'm back on track. So I wanted to share some of the things that I'm going to be doing this month and just going forward when it comes to health and wellness. And this is not to punish myself. I know that when some people hear about the things that I do, like my step goal and my water intake, it can kind of seem a little rigid, but I don't think of it as punishing myself. I actually feel really good when I treat myself well. So if you do hear anything in this video where you like, oh, I can't believe she does that, just know that I actually do enjoy it. And I always want y'all to remember that health and wellness should be enjoyable. You should not be doing anything that truly feels like punishment, because if you don't enjoy something, it is going to be very hard for you to stay consistent. A lot of people find issues when it comes to consistency simply because they don't enjoy what they're doing. So if you enjoy it, you are going to keep doing it. And I do want to say that the things that I'm about to share also helped me lose over 30 pounds. A lot of people look at me today and think that I have been born in this body, but real OGs to this channel know that I've been working on my fitness for my entire life, well, half of my life. I started my fitness journey and my weight loss journey when I was in high school, when I was about 15, and I lost 30 pounds, and then I gained it back when I got to college, lost it again, and then of course gained it in adulthood, lost it again. So I've had an ongoing fitness journey, but these things that I'm about to share have really anchored me. They keep me on a consistent regimen of like weight loss. Like, they keep my weight loss sustainable. All right, let's get started. A non-negotiable that I have is 10,000 steps a day. If you watch my videos, then you know how I feel about walking. Walking is not even just good for like weight loss, but it truly helps me when it comes to my mental, because I can be a little unhinged at times. So it really keeps me feeling good. It keeps me feeling happy. If I'm feeling stressed or I'm feeling overwhelmed, I can always count on my daily walks to make me feel a little bit better. So 10,000 steps is a non-negotiable. Now, this is actually something that I've been doing all summer. I've actually been doing this for the last 2 years. I get 10,000 steps in a day religiously. Now, I might fall off a little bit and get like 8,000, but it's never nothing crazy like 1,000. Like, I always am doing my step goal, and I don't overcomplicate it. A lot of people always ask me, how did you get this many steps in a day? Because oftentimes it's not just 10,000. I pretty much go above and beyond, and sometimes I get like 12 to 15,000 steps a day. A lot of people feel like it's not doable. For my lifestyle, it is doable just because I typically work from home and I walk everywhere, because I just live in an area where I'm able to walk to certain things. So if you do plan to increase your step goal, but it seems a little difficult, I would say just start walking to things if you do live in an area where you can walk. And when I say you live in an area where you can walk, I mean 1 to 2 to 3 miles. I feel like 3 miles is my cutoff point. If I need to walk somewhere, 3 miles is like, okay, that's when I'm gonna stop. But if you're like 1 to 3 miles away from something, I would say walk there and you can just get your steps in easily. Now, if it sounds like I'm doing a little too much, then maybe you can also go to the gym and get on the treadmill. But honestly, being on the treadmill and like just standing still in one spot looking at the same thing for so long is just not, it's not fun for me. Like, I'll get on a walking pad or a treadmill if there's like no other option. Like right now I'm visiting my parents, so I'm walking on the walking pad, but typically if I'm at home, then I'm just going to walk outside. Walking also boosts your metabolism, so if you feel like you're dealing with a slow metabolism, start getting your steps in. Okay, we've been on this for a long time, so 10,000 steps, non-negotiable. That is what I'm doing this month and all the months after. All right, number 2, I'm getting back into strength training. So I mentioned earlier that I'm a personal trainer. I had to put personal training on the back burner because I am a yoga instructor. I don't know if you've seen my yoga YouTube videos on here, but I've been doing a lot of yoga this summer, so I haven't really been feeling like lifting weights, honestly. I know that some people just believe that yoga is stretching. Yoga is so much more than stretching, and most days my body really hurts because I have to work out myself. Like I have to do yoga myself, and then I need to record for YouTube. So I'm typically doing like 2 workouts a day, 2 yoga workouts a day, and sometimes it can just be hard on my body. But I do plan to incorporate more weightlifting in September and the months following. Now, the plan that I'm personally going to follow is my 30-day weight loss plan. I am going to link that down below, but it has meals and workouts, and it has your workouts for 30 days. And it's typically just traditional strength training. So if you're interested, that's going to be down below. But if you even want to try something else, there are a lot of strength training workouts on YouTube, on Pinterest, on Instagram, on TikTok. It just helps me more when I have a set out plan, just because I don't like to wing it when it comes to my workouts, especially when I want to see actual results. When you start winging stuff, it's kind of like being in a car and you don't have GPS and you don't know where you're going. You just kind of be driving around. I like to know where we're going so I can get to that destination, and the destination is a fit body. But I am gonna keep doing yoga, so I think I'm just going to do like a half and half, like maybe 3 days yoga, 3 days weightlifting, and we'll see how that goes. I'm not gonna lie, I cannot lift. Well, I won't say I cannot. I choose not to lift as much as I used to lift. I used to train at a powerlifting gym, and so like we were like hip thrusting 200 and 300 and 400 pounds. I just don't want to do that anymore. I think that I'm just reaching a phase in my life where I don't want to put too much stress on my body. I want things to feel soft. I guess I'm just in my soft girl era, and I just don't want to lift hundreds of pounds. So I will say the most that I will be lifting when it comes to strength training, I'm not going over 60 pounds. 70 is pushing. I don't even know why I just said 70. 60 is pushing it. I just have no desire to hurt my body in that way anymore. I commend all of the power lifters out there though. Keep doing your thing. I'm just going to lift the baby weights over here. I honestly just want to honor my body and where she is. I think that I used to want to push myself. I used to want to be the best. I still want to be the best, but I used to just want to just go super hard at everything, even work. Like, I know that this is turning into something that we weren't even talking about, but I just used to want to just push myself, and I did that in the gym, and I don't want to do that anymore. I literally have lower back pain from when we used to hip thrust hundreds of pounds, and I just think back like, why were you ever even doing that? But we learned, we grow. I don't want to do it anymore. Okay, now let's talk about food. I'm not even going to lie and sit here and act like I didn't overdo it this summer. I overdid it this summer. I'm not going to lie to you. I had so many donuts, I can't even count how many donuts I had. And I mentioned donuts because if you know me, you know I love donuts. I have an issue, like it's a problem, but it needs to stop being a problem, and it's gonna stop being a problem today, because after today, no more donuts. My birthday is next month. My birthday is in October, and I just don't even need to have, okay, I might have one donut. I might have 2 donuts this month. I'm actually going to plan the days where I'm gonna have these donuts, and they're not gonna be days that are next to each other. So I'll do that after this video, because I'm not gonna say I can't just have a donut. Whatever, we get back to the video. All right, so I am just back on my regimen. If you watch my videos, then you know typically I have smoothies throughout the day. I like to have a lot of fruit, and for dinner I typically have seafood and I have raw vegetables, and those raw vegetables can be bell peppers, cucumbers, salad, carrots, broccoli, whatever I have. I'm definitely going back to that. I noticed that eating mostly raw fruits and vegetables was so good on my digestive system. This summer my digestive system hasn't been terrible, because I haven't been eating crazy. Like, I still will eat my raw fruits and vegetables. I still will have my smoothies and stuff, but I've been having a lot of processed sugar and just a lot of sugar in general, and my body just does not do well when it comes to large amounts of sugar, just because I haven't been having that. If you've already been having a lot of sugar, then your body is going to feel like it's normal. My body feels like it is not normal. So my body has been, mainly my digestive system has been reacting the worst. So I'm going back to my raw fruits and vegetables and then a little bit of meat here and there. And I'm just going to be balanced when it comes to dessert. So like we just figured out on this video, I am only going to have a donut 2 days in September, and I'm going to plan those days out. So it's going to be balanced and it's going to be in moderation. And if you want a video where I'm going more in depth on all the things that we talked about in this video, I'm going to link my weight loss playlist down below. I have tons of videos about healthy eating, walking, like getting your steps, all of that. But yeah, the large amounts of sugar just has to go, because I really like my skin, and I like my skin most when it is clear, honestly. And when I'm eating things that mess with that, I just need to stop. And when I'm also eating things that can mess with my digestive system, I need to stop. So if you don't know, sugar can cause bloating, sugar can cause blemishes or acne on the skin. So if you are dealing with that and you know that you have a large amount of sugar in your diet, try to limit it or cut it completely. So overall, this reset is about balance and feeling good. I'm not chasing a number on the scale. I actually have not weighed myself in years. I don't own a scale because I don't really care. What I mostly care about is how I look to myself and how I feel in my body, and then how my clothes look on me. I always want to feel super secure in my clothing, because there were times in my life when I was not this size and I did not feel comfortable in the clothes that I wore. So I want to feel good about myself. Like, I don't want to have to hide my stomach with my hand if I'm taking a full body photo. I don't want to, get dressed and then be out all night thinking, oh my God, I look crazy, or, I don't like how I look. That is really what I mostly care about. I don't really care about a number on a scale. And I do feel like when you keep chasing a number on the scale, it starts to get a little unhealthy, because you are constantly worried about this number. And then most scales are not going to tell you what's water weight, what's muscle mass, what's actual body fat percentage. Most scales are not going to tell you that. So you just see a number and you start judging yourself, and I don't want to do that. So I'm not doing that. So this reset is just about me feeling good. Now, if you are also planning on doing a reset in your own life, just let us know in the comments some of the things that you're going to be doing. And it doesn't even have to really pertain to health and wellness. It can pertain to any aspect of your life. On this channel, I like to talk about all things life, all aspects of life, just like getting better in life. So anything that you have to share, I'm open to hearing it, and I'm sure everybody else is too. Everything that you need is going to be in the description box. So like I said, the weight loss playlist, my 30-day weight loss plan. If you want to connect with me on social media, everything is going to be down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video.